Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Thursday, which means it's new Star Trek Day, where we have episode 4 of the final season of Lower Decks, and I liked it. I liked the A plot, not so much the B plot. The B plot was just meh. So yeah, this episode, like I said, has an A to B plot. The A plot centers around Mariner and Boimler on Kronos. So we have Klingons in this episode, which is very good. I always love seeing Klingons, I enjoyed it a lot. So that's why I'm gonna save that for last. The B plot, however, is the weakest. To be honest with you, so the B plot essentially is the Cerritos is tasked with escorting some of Dr. Migley people's highest rated food critics back to the home planet. And so he's a little bit nervous about that because his species initially just wanted to explore, space to find new culinary dishes. And since Migley is a psychologist and a therapist, he's kind of looked down upon because his like I said, his people are more foodies, not feelies. And so once they get on board, they're obviously hidey tidy snooty types. They try some replicated food, they hate it. Miglimu and a few of the others actually make proper food, and they don't like that either. And then as soon as they get back to the planet, they try some proper food that was prepared there, and they're like, "Oh, this is the best food we've ever had." Turns out that it was swapped out for replicated food. I don't know when and how that could have happened because they literally handed the food to them as soon as they landed. So that doesn't make any sense. And so then it's revealed that, oh, because they've been doing this for so long, that they, as you know, food critics, that they can't really taste what they're eating anymore. So it all just tastes bland to them, which is why they've been review bombing a lot of places, saying that where they've gone to taste food is just terrible. And so Migley Moo is gonna give them some counseling to rectify that. And that's that. That's literally the B plot, and I do not like it. It's definitely the weakest part of this episode. Um, so let's go over to the strongest part of the episode. That, of course, like I said, dealing with the Klingons on Kronos, where we pick back up with the Klingon that we have actually been seeing throughout the entire show. You know, he first appeared in the seeing the other species lower decks, where he then eventually became captain. But then his crew mutinied to join Nick Nacarno for Nova Squadron at the final season, who then he also helped Mariner escape. So we pick back up with him, and it turns out he's been stripped of his captaincy because he's, the house that he was fighting under, he killed the son or brother of the head honcho of that, so that's why he's been stripped of his captaincy. So Mariner and Boimler come to help regain his captaincy, so they go, do some different trials, like the pain sticks. The pain sticks come back again. That's always nice to see. They come up with a way to actually make it through the final stage, which is when the pain sticks are up at the highest amount, which is they all just huddle up together, so that way the pain moves about all of their bodies. And then of course they had to capture a massive Targ. And then the last one is they have to kill someone. He has to choose who dies amongst his crew, of being his brother, Beckett Mariner, and Boimler, who's now having a bit of a stash and still, trying to grow out the beard like his alternate universe counterpart. And so they come up with a way that it's actually the guy who's preventing him from being a captain who's going to die. And so they fight, and the animation, I have to give it up, for the Klingon side of things, the animation was just stupendous. Like the facial expressions they pulled during the pain stick fight, the pain, where they got jabbed with the pain sticks, absolutely beautiful, especially Boimler. The faces he pulled, I was blown away by how detailed and how amazing it looked. And big up to the animators who worked tirelessly on this. They deserve a lot of the credit for this. Because this past season, the past 4 episodes have just been there. They had so much beautiful animation done for it, art and animation, that is just it's so sad to see that this is the final season, that we're not going to see, get 2 more seasons out of this. But it seems most Star Trek shows now are only going to be given up to a season 5 before they get the axe. And then, they have a fight, the two Klingons, and then our Klingon, I forget his name, I'm really bad with names. He gets stabbed, then he ends up killing the other guy. And so he becomes captain, and it turns out that the actual real reason Mariner and Boimler were here was because there's another space-time rift has opened, and they needed a Klingon captain to grant them access to scan it. And we have our first teaser about it, that it's actually not naturally occurring, these space rifts, that someone is making them. And then the episode ends. So honestly, this episode is definitely a mixed bag. Like I said, the stuff on Kronos with the Klingons, absolutely amazing. I loved it. It was perfect. The Miggly Moo subplot, though, that I could have done without. It wasn't that great. I mean, it didn't take me too long to actually, explain it. That's how short and unimportant it was. Like, we would get like maybe less than a minute with that subplot, and then we'll just jump straight back to, the Klingon side. So it seems that they knew that this wasn't going to be, as important to keep to devote much time to as with, the actual Klingon main plot. But yeah, that's just my take on it. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments down below. And as always, I will be back next Thursday to review episode 5. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow, because this is Trilogy Month, and I'm wrapping up the first week of Trilogy Month with my review for Back to the Future Part 3. So if you enjoy that movie and you want to stick around, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you all on the very next upload. I'll see you all next time.